Welcome. My name is Dreyer, and this is the second introductory video on Smiling Chi's version of Acutouch. The first video was on theory, giving you a general background on what Acutouch is, what you're trying to accomplish, how you're trying to do it. And this video will be on how to prepare yourself to run energy in yourself or into someone else. Okay, so we want our subconscious to do this. We don't want to, we're not trying to will it with our mind, I'm going to run energy, you know, it's like, no, you'll give you a headache. Your subconscious does this stuff all the time, and it knows how to do it really, really well. So all we need to do is talk to the subconscious. It doesn't use language or logic like we do. It uses gestures, it uses emotions, it uses imagination. So we're going to use those things just like a child would or an artist would, except this art is Acutouch. And there's a learning curve. At first, like learning to tie your shoes. At first you have to really think about it. And, you know, it's like, and then I got a knot, I got a knot. And then eventually you go to do it and your subconscious go, I got it. And it does it before you even had a chance to think about it. We want to get to that point, so I'm going to show you two versions of the same, accomplishing the same thing, so you can get an idea of how you might start out with gestures and end up just using your mind. Just like you start out really thinking about doing this and eventually you just think, I want to tie my shoes, and then it gets done. Alright, so let's get into it. The first tool to get the subconscious attention is a smile. And it's helpful to have something to smile about. Think of something that reminds you of something that makes you chuckle. Puppies, kittens, a meme online, something silly you did or a friend did, anything to set up the smiling situation. If you're not in a good mood and just can't get into a smiling thing, that's fine. Skip over this or do this as best you can given the circumstances. Okay? So, smiling. And it can be a Mona Lisa smile, more internal. Okay? Not this big gaping smile, but an internal smile. And then the other thing to capture the subconscious attention is taking over a bodily function. It usually does quite admirably, which is breathing. It's easy to intercede and take control of your breath, even though that's something your subconscious does all the time. So if you change your breathing patterns and make it a relaxing one, that'll really give the subconscious attention, because the subconscious is known to move away from pain and move towards pleasure. Well, tension and stress is painful and relaxation is pleasurable, so by relaxing the body with your breath and a smile, you've gotten the subconscious eager attention, because it's going, whoa, what's next, you know? So let's do this. I'm going to introduce you to a breathing technique you already know. I mean, why reinvent the wheel, right? Sighing. Sighing is a natural way we use breath to relax. It's a quick inhale with a slight hold and a long exhale. Any long exhale will relax you. And you don't have to make this noise, although it's kind of nice because it vibrates the inner organs too, which is in itself relaxing. So we're going to use gesture, and we're going to use our imagination. So we already have this smile. We've thought of something that makes us smile, so think of some positive or smiling energy above you, and then we're going to sweep it through our body with this exhale and push it into the ground like it was something the earth wants, like compost. You know, you don't like it, but the earth does. Okay, so let's do it 3 times. And the gestures and the imagination really gets the subconscious involved, because those are things the subconscious works with. When it talks to us, it gives us dreams. You know, those are all images. Okay, so now let's think of our body as a battery. The area below the belly button is what holds the juice, all the power, all the excess energy gets held here. And if it isn't here, and the excess energy gets up here, you might get nausea. Or here, you might have a hard time breathing, or have an anxiety attack. Or if it gets up here, you might have a headache, or you're angry. Any number of scenarios happens when too much of this energy that belongs here gets lodged where it shouldn't be. So it's a very good thing to draw in energy here. Your body can deal with it. Now, there's also 2 sides to a battery. One side is positive polarity. The negative side is on the other end. So what's the negative side of our battery? Bottom of our feet. Okay, so because our energy is finite and the ambient energy around us is infinite in comparison, we want to use this energy to do the Acutouch with, and not our own body energy. We'll weaken ourselves if we do. So let's do this. We've already done the smiling and the sighing. Put our hands here below the belly button. We're going to bend our knees and we're going to like scoop up chi and put it here. And your subconscious likes to use the imagination, so let's visualize we're going to scoop up chi from the core of the earth and put it in our core. And then you spin it, get that energy spinning. Then do it the opposite direction. Okay, now we want to bring in this active energy. This yang energy is more active than the earth, which is grounding and nurturing. So we want to bring in the opposite energy. So let's visualize it coming from the sun or the North Star. And rotate both energies together. Now we can draw this energy up to our hands. And now we're ready to do Acutouch. It's really simple. Now this is the more graphic version. You don't always have the opportunity to do this, but it's a learning tool. And it's kind of nice because you are getting your body involved and stuff, so there's more of you involved with this than just the mental. But sometimes you're not in a place, you don't want to do sighing or gestures if you're in a movie theater just because you want to do energy work. You can just use your mind, and that's what I'm going to show you next. Okay, let's use just our mind doing this. I'm going to back up a little bit. I don't know why, so you can see my whole body. Okay, so first, take some deep breaths. Now, chi goes where the mind focuses. Although if you focus at the core of the earth or the North Star, yeah, I'm talking about in the body. outside of the body, well, that's the subconscious domain. It knows what it's doing. If I'm saying grab it from the core of the earth, it's just going to grab earth chi. And if I say grab it from the North Star, who knows, it could, but I'm not banking on it, but I am banking on the fact that it does draw in energy when I visualize that. Okay? So I've done some deep breathing. Now I'm going to focus in my belly button area, and then I'm going to focus down in the core of the earth, and I'm going to focus in my belly button area. And I'm going to focus up to the North Star, and then I'm going to focus in my belly button area. And then I can visualize it twirling, or I can move my hands if I want to. And then I can just focus on my hands. You don't have to guide it through your body. If you focus from here to here, the chi will go there. Okay? They've shown this sort of activity with biofeedback. If you focus on the hand long enough, the temperature rises and the color changes because blood comes to the area. Where your mind focuses, chi will go. And chi and blood in acu technology go together. So for the acu people, biofeedback showed them what they already knew. Okay, enjoy, play around with this stuff. It's your Acutouch. I'm showing you some steps along the way. This next video, my third one that I'm going to make and put on here for you, will be on the first two most important points to learn to begin with, because it's the foundation of doing Acutouch. After that, you can add other points to it for various effects. Okay, be well, and I'll see you in the next video.